So I'm back again today with another really loaded position in this year's class, and that's cornerback. You can go online and find probably somewhere between 5 and 8 corners that you could justifiably put as someone's number one corner. This is a top 5 list, like all of my lists are, so let's get to it. Number 1 is Sidney Jones out of Washington. This guy doesn't get a lot of the due respect he deserves. Absolute lockdown corner in the Pac-12. That Washington defense just around the board is stacked, but he just didn't let you complete a pass. Had the best completion percentage against in the Pac-12. Basically, if you were throwing it his way, it was going to be incomplete, or he was coming away with it. And teams eventually caught on and just stopped throwing it his way, which in turn ended up helping at the other corner for Washington, who's also draft eligible this year and pretty damn good himself. Number 2 is Quincy Wilson, the corner out of Florida. Wilson came into the year as the number 2 corner on Florida's depth chart and was on no one's radar coming into the season. That changed quickly because by the time Florida faced Vandy, he was already starting to get a little bit of buzz, and by the time they faced Missouri, he was automatically some people's number 1 corner, mine included. Basically, same thing as Jones. You threw on him, you were going to be made. You were paying for it if you threw it on him. You weren't completing that pass. Pick 6 against Missouri, shut down Vanderbilt, had a bad game against Alabama, but that tends to happen to teams that face Alabama. Good size, it's 6'1", 200 pounds, just a really good all-around corner. Looking forward to seeing him in the next round. Both of these guys are top 10 locks for me. They're ranked 6 and 10, respectively. Sorry, 6 and 8. Number 3 is Tabor from Florida. Yeah, trying to throw on Florida this year, it's just not a good idea because on one end you had Wilson, on the other end you had Tabor. Tabor had some up and down games this year, but overall just a really solid corner. Definitely someone that you can find in that top 15 range, that mid first round. He might go higher than Sidney Jones, just based off of more national exposure. Just a really, really good player. Again, like 5'11", 195, I believe he is. Again, up and down tape, but if you catch him on the right day, he's going to be shutting down your wide receivers. Number 4, Gary and Connelly out of the Ohio State University, my 20th ranked player in this class. He's better than Eli Apple was last year. That goes without saying. Eli Apple was a guy that the Giants reached on horrendously, someone that was a late first, early second round talent that they decided to take at number 10 overall. Connelly may not go as high as Apple, but he's going to have a much better career than Apple will, and he's just far better right out the gate. Good size again. All of these guys are really good size, like that 6 feet, 190. And don't get me wrong, I hate when I hear that a guy can't play outside at the next level because he's only 5'9". Look at Jason Verrett. That was my number 1 corner that year. But again, like these guys are just really big physical corners that have really good hands as well. Connelly did kind of get worked over a bit against Penn State. Chris Godwin ended up just mossing him in the end zone for one play. That's just one play. The rest of the season, he's been very reliable. Nothing really flashy, but he's a really good lockdown corner in the Big Ten. And number 5 is Desmond King out of Iowa, the only senior on this list. King could have come out last year and been a first round pick, potentially. Decided to go back. Still really good decision in my opinion because he did hone a bit of what he needed to work on. He's still not really good with change of direction, and he's not overly fast, which I've seen rumors that NFL teams see him as a safety. I don't think he's a safety at all. I think he's just in the right system when you don't have him changing directions and when you don't have him playing press and having to go stride for stride with receivers. If he has a bit of a cushion, he's going to be a great corner in the league. Get him probably late first, early second round, and right out the gate, you've got a number 2 corner to put across from your number 1. Alright guys, so that was just a quick video on the cornerbacks. Be back with another video later. You know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, spread the word, follow me on Twitter, all that jazz. Talk to you next time.